Just a couple things that you said. Anything I think and dream, I can do. That is a powerful statement. That is a very powerful statement because you guys will come up against people, places, objects. You're going to come up against so many obstacles that will lead you to believe otherwise. And for a moment, you might just do that. You might just believe that you are in the wrong seat. You are in the wrong room. You are not supposed to be where you have, not only where you are meant to be, but where you've been called to be. Like Rudy said, you've earned that right. So own that and walk in that. So for the sake of time, I want to transition now and open it up to the audience for questions. And then I'll come back to the panel with one or two final questions. Do we have any questions from the audience? Yes. Do we have a microphone?
I can talk pretty loud.
Oh, we have a microphone coming.
Again, I'd like to thank you for being here today with us. In the times that we're in right now, everybody knows what times we're in right now, right? In this country in terms of the national leadership. Are there particular kinds of skills and strategies that we need to focus on to address the current challenges that we face? I know she's gone now, Michaela Sherrod talked about some things earlier, but are there some particular skills and strategy that we as self-appointed leaders have to do, have to be aware of in these times that we're in? Are they different from times before these, or is it still the same when we think it's different?
So I'm gonna start by, it's gonna sound like I'm skirting the question, but I'm not. One of the things I think we need to do better in our community is learn how to be amenable to assuming leadership positions that allow you to have the power of the person to pen. Power of the person to pen. What do I mean by that? Number one, when you're in the number one seat in an organization, you get to dictate how money's allocated. You don't just get to make requests, you get to dictate how money's allocated. In other words, you get to set budget. When you set budget, you control strategy inside of an organization. Are you following me? Are you following me? Or no? Is that wrong? Okay. So, prior to this administration, I think we've gone through, Damon, this is like our 5th administration since I've been president and CEO. Is that about right, Damon?
That's about right.
It's about right. So we've gone through sequestration. We've gone through the pandemic. Now we're dealing with this administration, but our strategy remains the same because the person in the decision-making seat who matriculated from Texas Southern University still has the same strategy and controls the budget regardless of what you name those programs, which I think is what you're getting to. We have to change names, we have to change who we are, we change this, and we change that. You can do all of that, but it really comes down to who's controlling budget and strategy inside your organization. And if things are important to that individual, then you can continue to do them. The last thing I'll say is when you're the hiring authority, you don't have to have a DEI program or this or that or the third. What you have to do is have a strategy that recruits individuals from all over the world, from every corner of the world, and be committed to that. And organically, you're going to see that diverse workforce that you desire to have because you want a diverse thought process at your decision-making table. Okay?
And if I could add, as leaders, and we talk a lot about, well, we present a lot about leadership lessons that we've learned over our 20, 30-year careers as leaders. And really, I think one of the skill sets that we need in times like this, as leaders, is your responsibility to find clarity amongst all the ambiguity and confusion, so you can work towards solutions. As an example, we woke up maybe 4 months ago, Frontline on the newspaper, the Head Start program is not going to be in the president's upcoming budget. Our organization relies a lot. 90% of our funding in our organization comes from the federal government. So imagine all the confusion those headlines created. And this is just one publication. I don't know if it was USA Today, CNN, what have you, whatever newspaper it came out on. But we have a tendency to take that headline and run with it, right? And the first questions that you get are, well, what does it mean, right? Because it's just a general headline that is ambiguous and it's confusing because you're talking about, 800 jobs in our local community when you talk about zeroing out the budget. So as leaders, we have to dig deep. We have to really study and find as much information we can about the topic. We almost have to read everything, but we have the resources to do that nowadays. But also it takes you to be proactive and get out of your office, get out of your comfort zone and travel to places like Washington, D.C., Atlanta, Georgia, San Francisco, California, where you can meet face-to-face with your funders and the ultimate decision makers so you can get their opinion, their take, and kind of hear it from the horse's mouth. That's a situation, or that's a possible solution to kind of clearing the clouds and dismantling the ambiguity when everything that comes out of this administration's, press releases every other day just does that on purpose, creates confusion. So it's our responsibility as leaders to find that clarity.